The public hearing and consideration approval rezoning 957 Carl Vinson Parkway. Mr. Brumfield, you want to give us a little background first before I go to public session?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We did receive a application for rezoning from Ms. Paulette Raymond for 957 Carl Vinson Parkway. Her request was to rezone from R1 to C2. We did advertise in the Home Journal and on the property itself. We held a P&Z meeting this past Thursday night. Everybody was present except for one. We had no opposition. Ms. Lemons did attend and answer several questions, and the board did vote unanimously to recommend approval on the rezone.
Okay, at this point, I'll close the council meeting and open the public session. And I'll allow any comments, any comments for. I ask for any comments for. Okay, I see nobody out there with it. Anybody has any comments against? Again, I see nobody, hear anybody. I'm going to close the public session. We're back in regular council meeting. At this point, I entertain a motion for approval of the rezoning.
Mayor, it would be appropriate for the motion language to be to adopt the rezoning ordinance. It will take an ordinance, so adoption of this ordinance will approve the rezoning.
Okay, I entertain a motion for adoption of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second. Motion is second. Any discussion? Any thoughts on it? Ms. Lemons, you have done some wonderful things in the city since you've been here, and we appreciate your public involvement with us. Your civic involvement, I guess, probably better than the real public. But we think this is an ongoing part of it, the way I read it, the way I understand it, and I thank you for doing that again. Anybody else have any further comments? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, raise your right hand. That's unanimous. Thank you very much. Ms. Lemons, thank you so much. You please proceed and have lots of success, because your success makes the city look successful.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Brumfield. Okay, the next item on here, item number 2, is a resolution relating to the acquisition, construction, and installation of a new fire station for the city of Centerville. Councilman Armijo and City Accountant Harrison, please.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing the approval and execution of all documents necessary to accomplish the financing and construction of the new Centerville Fire Station project.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion on this? You know, it's taken a long time to get to this point, and I'm very, very pleased with it. It's so many people done so many things to make this happen. It happened in a successful way and a great way for the city and our citizens. Anybody else have any further comments they want to make about this? Okay. Hearing none. Call for the vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. Again, that's unanimous. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All right, item number 3 is a home-based business license, Royalty Relationship Coaching, LLC, owner Dr. Michael and Kendra Holmes, 101 Tinker Court, Councilman Andrews and City Clerk Bedfield, please.
Mayor, I'd like to, after looking at the license application, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the license application.
Second.
Motion, and I have a second. Thank you very much. Okay. I looked this over here. That looks very, very. You know, I appreciate what you're doing again. This is another opportunity to help the city of Centerville shine, and we appreciate that opportunity. Yes, sir.
Are Dr. Michael and Kendra?
They are here.
Okay. Did y'all have anything that y'all wanted to say? Sorry about that.
Just want to say thank you to Mayor and Council for allowing us to present this and for accepting as well. There's just like no other city that we'd rather plant and reach for this one. representative. And so we feel very blessed to be doing it.
Thank you guys for doing this. On a personal note.
Okay, any further comments or thoughts? Here none, all in favor, raise your right hand. It's unanimous again, thank you very much, and welcome to the city. I know you can do wonderful things for the city, and for yourselves, of course, and for the people that you're working with. And that's probably the most important thing, is the people you're working with, you know, for them to, realize the benefits. All right. Item number 4 is, home-based business license, the home-based, business license. Doing business as Jet VA, owner Jetty Jackson, 105 Arnold Street, Apartment 27, Councilman Andrews and City Clerk Bedfield, please.
Yes, Mayor, I've also looked at this one as well, mostly virtual, and online, actually all virtual and online, so I'd like to make a motion that we, approve this at this time.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on that one? All right, hearing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. It's unanimous, thank you very much. And I'd like to be able to welcome them to the city too, and hope them success in their endeavors. All right, item number 5 is a home-based business license, code Y Tech Savvy owner, Yakir C. West, 800 Gun Road, Apartment 0125, Councilman Andrews and City Clerk Bedfield, please.
Mayor, I do have a question about this one. If you would turn over on the back of the business license application, I would encourage council to do so as well. Look at number H, look at letter H. Any business sign placed on the premises cannot be larger than 2 square feet. Does that concern anybody, or is that?
Councilman Andrews, if I may answer that question.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
they've done is listed all of the restrictions or requirements for home-based business that are in our code. And I believe what they're doing is expressing a desire or indication they will comply.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure there'll be any kind of signage because the business is gonna be conducted totally virtually unless he has to go to someone else's location.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this time, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we accept this license as well.
Okay, I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any discussion on this, anybody?
Thank you, Becky, I appreciate it.
I think people are just trying to have to find what they can do to make a living these days. And virtual seems to be a lot of the way out there.
And we have an opportunity to help them, we wanna do it.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Okay, I'll call for the question, all in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous, thank you very much. Hope that's another successful business partner in our city here with us. Item number 6 is the McEver Work Detail Agreement, Councilman Wright and Director of Operations Brumfield.
Thank you, Mayor. We're gonna let Director Brumfield break this down for us. This is the work detail agreement that we enter into every year with the DOC for our probationers. So, Director Brumfield, if you would break it
Thanks,
down
sir.
for us, please.
Mr. Mayor, in your packet, you should find the agreement and the contract between McEver and the City of Centerville for probation detail. The agreement and the contract is basically the same as it is every year with a few small changes, one being the compensation is increased this year of about $9,000. Their reasoning for that is it's been several years since they've had any increases, and it has. I don't remember when they increased
Well,
it.
either.
Only other change is some wording about governor days. They typically have named the days that the governor has ordered them to be shut down because of the COVID and stuff. I spoke to the attorney who signed this letter, and they assured us that we will not be charged for any days that the detail is not actually on site, which is where we're at now. We haven't paid for the detail since, I think, March, the end of March, beginning of April. And so I think we'll be able to absorb the increase with that, since we hadn't been paying this year already,
Right.
and probably the rest of this summer. But basically what this will do is reserve those detail once they are back to work.
Okay. Okay, I entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move that we adopt this work detail agreement as it is written and authorize you to sign as the governmental entity.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further comment? Hearing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rumpel, appreciate you. Okay, item number 7 is the, computer service agreement, Total Computer Solutions and City of Centerville agreement. I'll entertain a motion at this point.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. This is a computer equipment service contract between Total Computer Solutions and the City of Centerville, in which they outline what they are willing to do for us and the prices for it. Okay. Ms. Benfield, anything you want to add to this?
No, sir, I had provided everyone a copy of the packet, and, like you mentioned, there is a cost breakdown that was provided by City of County Harrison, that each department is allocated for a monthly expense, and then it also shows the annual expenditure, and, we kind of talked, and, our budgets can't absorb that cost.
Okay.
I'm seeking approval tonight for that agreement and authorizing you as the signatory on there.
Excellent. I've sort of watched this thing at a bit of a distance being worked, and I want to thank you for the due diligence in this.
You're welcome.
There's
Thank you, sir.
quite a bit of work that involved in it, in detail, and I'm very pleased with what happened here. Okay, at this point, I'll entertain, well, I would have a motion on that in a second. So, I'll call for vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. It's unanimous. We now have a new service contract. Okay, that's the end of that. Now we have comments from the council. I'll go with post 1 first.
No comments, Mayor, thank you.
Post 2, please.
Nothing for me tonight, Mayor, thank you.
Wow, post 4.
No comments.
Oh my goodness.
More roll.
Well, I appreciate our citizens bearing with us as we try to survive through this. We do know there's problems out there. Houston County is not doing as bad as some other places. I think as of tonight, we're at 1255 with 34 deceased for the county. And every one of those is awful. It's a shame you have to think about it and talk about it. But Centerville has been fortunate so far, and I hope we stay fortunate. I pray to God we do. But we just need to watch out for each other. And that's the big thing, is watching out for each other. I have people sometimes say, why are you wearing a mask? I said, well, I'm watching out for you, and I'm watching out for me. I'm not doing it just because I'm being selfish or mean or anything else. You gotta watch out for each other. And I hope everybody keeps that in mind. Okay, at this point, I don't have anything else, and I thank you everybody for being here tonight. It was a great evening.